Hello, Taurus. Thank you for tuning in. This is your general read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot by Paul Foster Case and Arthur Edward Waite. And for the supportive cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Woo! Good? Okay. So, what is going on here? I'm seeing a lot of good cards. You do have an overall energy here. You have 3 cards which are very interesting together. You got the King of Pentacles, which is a lot. To me, it's Taurus a lot because it's, but you know, whatever with that. Queen of Pentacles. Like, this is a great pairing. Like, seriously, can you get a better pair? You know, well, same suit, King and Queen. You know what I'm saying. Now, the 3 of Rods comes in right with them. Now, I feel like this is things going towards you, towards family. Like, I feel like things are going towards you. How is this working? You know, I think I have to go a little farther because I'm wondering, I don't want to say, it feels like something's changing here. Even though that seems to be like, that should be a great couple. Something's moving on here. When you start this time, like, there's a lot of work going on. And I feel like you and somebody else are doing a lot of work. Keep in mind, this could be a romantic thing, but I'm getting it's more business. More, I don't really feel like this has a romantic feel to it, not for the most part. It could be. Keep in mind, it's a general read, so it could touch down for you in a romantic sense. Definitely. I'm thinking this is more business. And 2 people that are very dedicated. One's going one direction, the other one's taking a side road type thing. Because this has been, I feel like there's been a lot of work going on. A lot of work been pulled forward into the future here. I feel like this is what we're talking about. I feel like this is cooperative assets. Alright, so this happens where I feel like this is where it's coming from. Like, this work you've been doing together with this other person that you seem to be on the same page with. And I think for this reading especially, it's just denoting that you're working with someone else that you seem to be right on the same page with. Yet the situation seems to be staying with you, and the other person seems to be moving on. Okay. You're feeling like everything, going into this situation, you're feeling like everything is where it should be. Everything is on point. Everything is going well. So if this is hitting for you, going into this should be good. You should be on the level. Everything should be happy. Things are where you're expecting them to be. It's not like peaches and roses, but it's still exactly what you expect. It's working out the way you think it should. Okay. Then the communication comes in about the other person. This is what I think is going on. Something goes on, and there's communication that comes in, and the other person, I feel like they're more saying, what are they doing here? They're saying what they're going to do. I feel like they're telling you what's going on here, because there's communication and there's arguments, but the arguments are on the other side of you. I don't feel like they're on your side. So either you're in complete control here, or there's things going on outside of the situation that's affecting this other person. And I'm kind of thinking it's more things outside the situation affecting this other person. And they have to let you know what's going on with them. there's a change that has to be made because of it. Because of this situation, they have to, Knight of Rods, I feel like they're out. They're leaving. But it's something outside of them that's causing some struggle. Or like outside of this situation with you and them. Because I feel like you guys get along very well, you're on the same page, but something's going on in their personal life that's causing them to move on. Now, if this is a romantic thing for you, something is pulling this person away from you. Something that has nothing to do with you. So, no matter which situation it's working out for, something that has nothing to do with you is pulling this person out of the situation. And they have to go. They have to go. And they're feeling like this is the best possible outcome. This is the best they can make it happen. They have to do this. It feels that they, as far as they're concerned, they had no choice. They have to. I feel like you're parting ways very well. Both of you are on the same page. Nobody's angry. It's not between you and this person. It's something going on in their life. They have to. There's just no way around it. And even though this happens, I feel like both of you you think well of each other still, and both of you are not happy that it had to happen that way. So I feel like when it first happens, you're both accepting of it, but you're both kind of like, I wish it didn't have to be this way, but it has to be this way. And I also feel like you're on board with them, feeling like this is what they had to do. Especially with this card, I'm feeling like you didn't really like that it had to happen, but you were completely accepting that it had to happen. There was no other way around it. And they're doing well because they did make the right decision for them. They have prosperity on their side. They made the right decision for them. You're in agreement that it had to happen due to the situation that they have to deal with. It had to go this way. And you're still getting along. I feel like it's a friendship that's lasting beyond the situation. Granted, if this is a romantic thing, I feel like work or something else is pulling your partner away, but the relationship is still very stable, if that makes sense. If it's a work situation, I don't feel like you're working with this person anymore, but there's a friendship that's going to survive past this. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like this is somebody you've been working with for a while. You're very happy with what's going on, but something happens for them outside of what they deal with you. They have to leave the situation. So no matter what way you're going at it, they have to leave the situation. If it's work related, you're just not going to be working together anymore. You accept that they had to do this. It worked out best for them. It was the best decision. They had to do it. So and the friendship continues beyond this, is what I feel, or it'll come back in some sense. I feel like the friendship continues. Let's put it that way. If it's a romantic thing, I feel like it's more work related, and the other person had to go and isn't going to be around, or it's become a long distance relationship, at least for a while, and it's turning out to be the best possible decision, but the relationship is still strong. Alright, so I think I went through it maybe 2 to 3 times, but I wanted to make sure it made sense, because I know it can be confusing with the 2 different avenues. Okay, because I'm like tempted to go through it like a 4th time, I think, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do that. So I feel like I feel like you're both doing really well, and keep in mind, just because it's king and queen, this is somebody you get along with, so it could be 2 males, 2 females. It doesn't have to have anything to do with romance. You know what I mean? Just somebody you get along with extremely well, and the other person has to go. Because for most of you, I don't feel like this has anything to do with romance, for most of you. So whoever this person is you work with very well, again, don't get caught up in the genders of the cards. It just means there's somebody you get along with extremely well. They have to leave the situation, and even though neither of you are really happy that has to happen, it is the best decision for the other person. You agree on that, and the friendship survives. Okay. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because I did just to reiterate it another time, even though I said I wasn't going to. So if you would like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.